CeeDee, obviously you've gone against the Eagles several times in your career, and what's the importance of beating them at home this time around after dropping the narrow loss against them in week one?
Yeah, man. As for me, obviously, I know I'm very familiar with them. I understand their scheme. I understand Vic Fangio and everything that they got going. They're very nice. They're nice on defense. You know, they play together. I feel like that's what drives their team, honestly. And it's just us putting together great group of games, great group of plays, routine plays, catch the ball.
You guys feel like you're back in your groove after the offensive outing you put together in Las Vegas?
Yeah, but I mean, we're not really hanging our hat on that. That's just a testament to ourselves and everything that we've done as far as preparation and then using the bye week properly. So, trying to stack those wins. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's hooping. I've said that plenty of times. And, I mean, he's taking control of the offense. He's taking control of the game. He's managing the game. He's operating the game. And, obviously, we clicking on all cylinders when he's doing that.
I think he's won like 19 straight division games at home. Just the familiarity factor, how impressive is that he's been so good against the division at home?
Trying to make it 20, you know? So, as for us, it's just all about, again, playing for one another, putting our best game out there, putting our best things on tape. And as far as competitive stamina goes, man, we got to go out there and do this for 4 quarters. We understand that. We know that. And we could talk about it all day. You got to wait till Sunday.
Dak was talking about how selfless Ryan Flanoy is in terms of the routes he runs or even the versatility in that. How selfless is Ryan?
Absolutely, man. Ryan, shout out him. Big flow. I feel like the Carolina game was a big, huge confidence booster for him. And I felt like he belonged, and I mean, everybody needs that. I mean, you can tell yourself that until you go out there and prove it to yourself. And I feel like ever since then, I mean, granted, I've known what he had in the tank, but like for him to go out there and do it again and then continue to score and get himself in the end zone and continue to come up big for us, I mean, it's huge.
This is a tough game you guys played. How much fun do you think George is having right now?
So, you said GP?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nah, he having a great time. That's my dog. We having a great time.
So how much fun are y'all having together?
It's amazing, man. We feed off one another, and he get us going. He understand that. He know that. And with the energy and everything that he does on the field, off the field, in the locker room, we cheering, vibing. Man, the list could go on and on. But as far as everything that he's doing and accomplishing, I feel like the standard that they had set for him before and like all the little antics that they had going on about him, yeah, you don't see none of that going on here. He vibing.
He plays with a little bit of edge.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you need that. You need that tenacity, the ability. I mean, to have that confidence that no one can do anything with you, and he's standing at 6'5", tough task.
What do you think is not better this year? The stuff that happened in Pittsburgh is not happening here.
See,
You brought it up.
I did, but the way that you just asked, you know what? Anyways, no, I just feel like he's comfortable here. He's happy here. He has a home here, and he feels like he's accepted. I feel like we did a great job of just making it, welcoming him with open arms, and I mean, everything that he's done in Pittsburgh, like bring that here. We're gonna figure out everything else and how we got to grow as men and as a football player off the field, but. Other than that, bro, come be you. Like, and I feel like with that, it was very easy for him. He understood that we weren't trying to change him. We want him to come over here and do that. And that he's doing, he's actually exceeded that. So, shout out GP, man.
So there's probably a lot of truth in y'all being able to embrace it a lot more than probably where he's been in the past.
Yeah, absolutely.
CeeDee, are you doing anything special for my cause, Mike Leeds?
Yeah, I'm supporting Women's Flag Football Foundation. I obviously created my own cleat, but having them out there and having them on my feet out of full support out of them and letting them know that I'm thinking about it and I'm with them, you know.
As you guys try to climb into a situation where you increase your playoff odds, you're going up against a gauntlet over the next several days and for the remainder of the season. A lot of players talk about Shotty trying to keep you guys focused on having a 0-0 record to start each week. Just talk about the importance of that.
I mean, it's very important. Technically, we could treat this as if we're in the playoffs, if you want to think of it that way. Win or go home. I feel like that's the situation that we're in, and I feel like that's the right mindset that we got to have going into every game. So as far as this little gauntlet, I'm excited for it. Should be fun, and I feel like we're gonna do just fine.
CeeDee, Dak, you've learned obviously a ton about the history of this franchise. Dak needs just 160 more yards to become the all-time leading passer. How do you wrap your mind around that achievement?
Dak deserves it, man. He's done a lot of things for this franchise, for this organization, and I mean he's the epitome of a leader in a dynasty, essentially. So like as for Dak, I mean he's going to get that, and I have no doubt about it. He's going to get it probably in the first quarter. Maybe. We'll see.
CeeDee, you mentioned how successful GP's been here, the relationships he's created with you.
Yeah.
And Dak and the coaching staff. How do you think that all plays into the decision he'll have to make at the end of the year?
That I don't think that kind of correlate with what's going on with the upstairs. I feel like all that we can control is what we do, like how comfortable we make him, and I mean have him make an easier pitch as to wanting to be here, you know. And us as teammates, we understand the situation, especially being that we've come from it recently. Some maybe once or twice. Man, that's a conversation that he's got to have with his agent, and I feel like I have the most confidence that we're going to keep him. But, I mean, and I'm sure that he wants to be here with how much fun he's having and everything that he's accomplishing on the field. So for us, as his teammates, I feel like it's pretty clear, like, we want GP back.
CeeDee, the 4 teams you've beaten so far right now, they all have losing records. Now you have an opportunity to beat a team that's got the best record in the conference. Is that important, and what would that do for confidence?
We treat it all the same, bro. As far as confidence goes, we got to go out there and dominate because we played in plenty games where we didn't come out on top when we feel like we should have. So as far as the record goes, that's going back to what Shotty said. It's 0-0. I don't really care about what's going on. You gotta come show me what your record is about.
What kind of corner has Savone Rebel been?
Say that again.
What kind of corner has Savone Rebel been, and what do you think he can be?
It's his first game, but I do feel like he put out a great tape, and then watching him like recover throughout camp and the hard work that he's put in consistently, and obviously me being in a training room from week 3 to 6 or 7, just seeing his routine and seeing how dedicated he was to getting back on the team, like getting back on the field with us and moving around and continuing to do what he loves. So as for him, I feel like he can be pretty good. Real tall, real rangy, and I mean, as a DB, as a receiver, you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in for one. Because I mean, you look across the line of scrimmage, y'all looking eye to eye. You like, all right. Appreciate y'all.
George, you guys have been chasing a winning streak all season. Just talk about how important it would be to begin it right now as you guys start this gauntlet, but also against the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'd probably say super important as far as like where the stand is and stuff like that. But as far as like a team, us brothers as a team, I'd probably say just execution. Execution can take you a long way.
GP, you once described yourself as Mr. Fantastic or playing like a noodle. Was the last game kind of a good example of that, the way you were breaking tackles and running after the catch?
Yeah, a good example of that. I'd probably say just me making guys miss, making catches, just playing free.
How does the experience you're having this year, the success, the relationships you've had with Dak and CeeDee and other guys, how does that factor into what you do at the end after the season's over as far as your future?
Just staying connected with those guys. That's probably all I can say. Me personally, that's all I can really do. Just stay connected with those guys, keep relationships with them.
But does that make you want to be here as a priority?
Oh, definitely. Me keeping relationships with them, still talking to them, definitely gonna make me want to stay with them.
George, with 3 games in a 12-day span, how do you stay ready for that mentally, physically?
Really just watching what they do. They don't really do a lot. They got a system that they kind of used to and won games with. So definitely watch a lot of film.
GP, does your experience in Pittsburgh and then here also maybe make you prioritize fit moving forward? You know, happiness, the way you fit in with offense, or a guy like CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah, I'd probably say just the camaraderie and the stuff they had going on here before me is kind of, what I gelled into. So definitely a good fit here at the Cowboys.
CeeDee said he wants you back. What do you say?
Like I said, I'd love to be back with bro, especially him, Dak, all the guys really.
How's your relationship with Shotty developed over this year?
A lot. Me and Shotty, I think we still getting even closer and closer. We were close before, and I feel like now we're getting even closer. Just as a year ago, I know, like I said earlier in the year, he was first-year head coach. So as a year ago, just keeping them with the guys, keeping them more closer and closer, especially, we lost Marshawn, so that kind of, like I said, gelled everybody together.
When we talk about the fit, how much does he play into that too, the fit here?
A lot. Definitely with the type of plays, the play calling, the stuff that he brings to the table definitely is a huge factor.
George, what do you remember about the challenge week 1 going up against that defense, and they've held the last 2 opponents under 10 points each? What are you seeing from them now?
Kind of a little bit of the, same thing. Like I said, they depend on their front. They've been like that ever since they kind of won the bowl. Like I said, just getting to our spots as quick as possible, knowing that the front can do a lot of pressure.
Have you ever had a head coach run up and give you a warm embrace like he did with you and CeeDee after that first quarter touchdown that CeeDee had?
In the league, probably not. But definitely back then, high school, when you everyday practicing. But in the league now, Shotty probably first.
What's that like, having a head coach that kind of warm, I guess you could say, in the NFL?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I talked about in training camp too, his energy. You know what I mean? Like his energy is so vibrant, it kind of gravitates towards me and CeeDee.
How did you guys kind of move past, the sitting out the first drive? Was there any conversation after that or leading into it?
No, not really. Just kind of moving on. The game, like I said, the guys played great. We kind of put a stain defensively on the Raiders that I think that everybody was happy to see. So we were more focused on that, definitely.
If the franchise tag comes in March, would you sign it right away or would you wait?
Like I said, I can only really stay in contact with the guys. I kind of leave that type of stuff to my agent.
But then you have to make the decision. If
Yeah.
the tag comes, would you do that or would you wait for negotiations?
I'll have to wait and probably until that comes. So I can't really see in the future, so I have to wait till they get here.
How difficult was it to stand there and watch a game start without you?
I mean, they went 3 and out. It definitely wasn't nice. Me and CeeDee definitely want to be out there. But I feel like I said, the defense and how we responded was kind of tremendous to really watch.
What type of coaching style do you feel like benefits you the most? Do you like tough love? Do you prefer a different style? I mean, what exactly helps you the most?
I mean, really just a coach like I said, that's really want to make everybody better. I know that's the coach's job, but certain coaches show it in a different manner. So I guess I'd probably say just a hard-working guy, and a lot of coaches, kind of got their own mantra going on, so they kind of leave that out.
Kenny, how much fun was Vegas game? Just the way that Flus was using the 3 of you guys in the middle and all over. And what do you make of it?
It was great. I think we all just started off fast and just played off each other. And it was a great week of practice. I feel like just the style of practice that we had together, just as a defensive line, we just knew we was gonna have a game like that. So it was good to have one of those games.
I think there were questions when Quinnen got traded here about how will you guys be able to utilize the 3 of you. What have you learned about the benefits of having the 3 of you and the versatility?
It just allows everybody to eat for real. Just depending on who you want to double or who you want to slide to or whatever. Just gives everybody more opportunities. And then when you get all 3 of us on the field together, just allows us to create more one-on-ones. The more defensive linemen that we got up front, the more one-on-ones we'll be able to have.
Can you talk about, after the game, about Quinnen being able to tell you, hey, do a swing move here on this guy, or giving those tips in game? Mm-hmm. How valuable is that?
It's huge. It's huge because we all see the same things, and we all work together. With the group, and that's always huge. Hearing from somebody else that's it's a great player, and how to attack formations or how to attack slide protections or whatever the case may be.
Did you know that about him, that he was going to be that? Because he was coaching a lot. We listened to the mic'd up thing, and he was coaching a lot of guys. Did you know he was that kind of player, or was that a pleasant surprise?
It's always cool to. I didn't really. I knew him, but I didn't know too much of him as a player, and it's always cool to see guys that to see the reason why they are great players. You know what I'm saying? And he's a true student of the game, and I'm the same way. I love just talking football, talking formations, talking how to beat guys and all that kind of stuff. So he not just out there just using his ability. He got a real good football mind, and he like to go out there and think and break things down. So that's cool.
How can you speak to just how different the defense is from then to now?
Yeah, I think we play, especially going off of last week, playing more together, on the same page.
a little bit more, and I think that'll be very important, to our success moving forward, especially to this week, because I would say the beginning of the year we weren't like this just yet, and obviously what had happened with our teammate and our brother, and I think that had brought us together a little bit more. So I would say we're definitely more on the same page now.
Speaking to that,
Yep. So
what did that feel like for this group after such a hard week to get that
yeah,
winning feeling?
it felt good. And we kind of just like preach, play how our brother, used to play or would play. He's a balls to the wall kind of guy, extreme effort. So that's something that we wanted to go do, and we want to go do it for 9-4. So
As far as adding Quinnen into the mix,
Mhm.
Seeing a little bit in Vegas what those three guys in the middle can provide. What was that like, and how exciting was that for you?
that was very exciting for me, because when the interior defensive tackles are doing their thing, it makes my job a little bit easier on the outside. So knowing that we added a great piece like Quentin in there, it's very exciting for me, very very exciting. And then we got KC, we got Osa, and those two guys are already dominant. And just adding that another All Pro into the mix, that just it's gonna I think it's gonna make things special, I guess, moving forward.
I mean, last year all you were doing was sacking the quarterback.
Mhm.
BC, you feel like maybe this is an opportunity to turn a corner and rack them up?
I definitely think so. And I'm a one game, one practice, 1 week kind of guy. And I have 7 more opportunities. Guaranteed opportunities, as in like we got 7 more games. So I think it'll be, I think it'll be exciting to see. And I know I'm hard on myself every week, so I want to go out there and go perform and go get sacks. And I think that the addition of Q in there and then the 3 guys in the middle, it'll make it not easy, but it'll relieve a little stress as well.
Kenny was talking about how helpful Quinnen is.
Oh yeah.
There's a clip that he was helping you too, so you go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how helpful is he in regards to the
Very, very, very helpful. And that's something that he's my locker mate now. He's my new locker mate, and we talk all the time. And it's fun to pick his brain because he's a smart rusher. He's not just a guy that's big and powerful and just so talented. He's very smart at the same time. So in that clip that y'all saw in game, that's him being the vet to the young guy. Like, hey man, like go do what you got to do. Be decisive in your rushes. Don't second guess it because I think as I'm going through this learning curve, I have the tendency to second guess myself in my rushes. So I just got to go, and it's cool to have him there to help me out.
You talked earlier about having confidence to throw certain moves. Does that help with that when he's like, hey, don't do it?
Exactly, and because we got 3 talented guys in there now, it kind of if I do take a chance and go rush high off the edge, they're a lot of times they're gonna make me right, and they know what they're doing at that on the inside. So it'll be.
What's the challenge with Hurts and Saquon? What you learned from week 1?
Yeah, I would say, our rush lanes, I would say. We definitely want to go rush the passer, but, like we don't want to play timid in that area. At the same time, we have to, contain the quarterback in a way. We want to make him uncomfortable. That's pretty much been the talk the past, couple of days since coming off the Raiders game. And definitely learning from my mistakes, especially from the first game.
Could you feel Overshown's presence behind you Monday night?
Yeah, I could, and it was funny because it was a play on the sideline where the running back had the ball, we kind of pushed him out of bounds, and I didn't even see him behind me, but he got up, and we both got up, and he was like, "Don, I told you I was gonna meet you there, or beat you there." So it was fun.
Is there a confidence in the defense room that's different from maybe what it was?
Yeah, I would say so. Just because I kind of said earlier, we're learning to play more together. We're bonding a little bit more. We're getting on the same page, and I think that's what kind of adds the confidence. That's what gives us confidence, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Why is that? Is it personnel? Is it bringing some of the crew in? Is it
I would say a mixture of all different elements. Obviously with Marshawn in that situation, I think that innately kind of just brought us together more on a personal level. Excuse me. And then obviously I would say personnel like adding somebody like Q in here that helps a lot as well.
the Eagles are banged up on the offensive line?
Mhm.
How much?
We pay attention to it in terms of like matchups, but that's not anything that we're concerning ourselves with because they are a good team, overall, and we have to go win those one-on-one matchups. They're in the NFL as well, just like us. So They're pros. They're gonna go about their business the way they go about their business, and we have to do the same.